VOD review over the Team Secret versus Penta game from the Allied Esports tournament. Now this is going to be a Consulate match, and a little bit about the Allied Esports tournament. It was basically they invited, I think, 12 teams to come in. Yeah, 12 teams were invited, and then 4 could earn their spot. And it was from all the different regions. So you had, I think APAC only had 1 team coming in from, which was Aerowolf, with the rest being some. I know that the Sonics and Dream Team are they're the 2 Challenger League teams from North America that are in Pro League now. Disrupt Gaming was a Challenger League team that made it to the playoffs for Challenger League, but ended up losing, so they didn't make it to Pro League. But then they have actual Pro League teams that have been there, like Liquid, Rogue, Team Secret. Actually, Team Secret are relegated, so they don't count. Oh, they do count, but you understand what I mean. But basically, it's a high level competition, kind of like a Pro League. Not necessarily it is basically a Pro League final because it's a LAN environment, and it's of some of the best teams in Siege right now. Now, this game is going to be a Consulate match between Secret and Penta, and a little bit about it. Right now, Team Secret, they finished in 7th place during the actual season and lost to, I believe, Vitality in the relegation match, so they're out of Pro League. And then Penta, they finished 4th underneath G2, Lestream, and Empire, so they're kind of a middle of the pack European team, which is really good. I mean, Europe is really any of the teams here could, in all honesty, go to LAN. So it's a very highly contested region. So I would say Penta is the better team based off of Team Secret getting relegated. However, this is actually Team Secret played really well. So maybe they're just a LAN team, not an online team. Maybe they actually got some stuff figured out. But really, what I can say is it is a good game because it highlights mistakes and stuff like that. But I'm not 100% sure about what happens, but let's get into the actual. I know what happens, I just don't know how it happens. But now I'm going to get into the actual VOD review and go over everything. So, first off, let's begin with the bans. So, ban number 1 coming off of, I think, the blue team, because I'm not actually sure who banned who. In all honesty, it doesn't really matter. But basically, Buck is the first ban. So the reasoning for the Buck ban is Buck is very powerful whenever it comes to attacking the basement, because he can. Did I just do? Okay. So Buck is powerful when it comes to attacking the basement because he can go above the garage and he can just buck down, and it opens up the entire site and makes it nearly impossible to actually go for to stop a plant if the attackers have top-down control and are holding the correct angles, because you can't hide behind white van, the black car, pipes. You really can't hide in the site at all. So that's why Buck is getting banned. Now, there are attackers who can do the same. There are attackers who can actually do the same job. I mean, it's just soft destruction. So bring Sledge, bring Zofia, bring Jackal with his shotgun. That will work. So there's ways to get around it. However, it's a little bit harder if you don't have access to the Buck. A lot of teams are used to bringing the Buck. So if you force them to go somewhere else, it will kind of throw things off. Then Blackbeard. So Blackbeard is notorious on console. He's very strong on every map. However, console, he's very, very strong because there are so many windows that he can play that it becomes incredibly hard to actually. You really just can't contest him because he can change his head level and you're not sure where he's at. So if you peek him, you have to react to wherever his head is, try to correct that, and then also be able to out damage the Blackbeard and out aim the Blackbeard, because you have to shoot through his shield just as much as you have to actually kill him. So if only his head is showing and only his, which means if only his head is showing, you're going to see the face shield. So that's the only thing you can shoot. And so if he can mess up where your aim is, but his aim is in the right place, you're going to lose that fight 80% of the time, in all honesty. Probably closer to 90, but really that's why Blackbeard is getting banned. If you want to go back, there is some. Watch the old Penta team on Consulate. You'll see Pengu hop on Blackbeard, and he was a monster on him before he ended up switching roles. Next, Echo ban. Some teams don't like. A lot of teams don't like going against Echo because they feel like they have to bring an IQ in that situation. Because if they, because you never want to be down to a 10-second push trying to get the plant down, and there's still 2 Echo Jones alive, and so if you want to counter that, you're gonna have to bring an IQ. However, that's an operator that you may not want to bring. You may have someone else you want to. So due to that, it is better to it's normally preference to bring just ban the Echo instead of being forced to play an IQ. Just ban Echo. Then Valkyrie is the final banned. So she's banned on Consulate because a lot of teams like to get her cameras outside, and there are spots where they are nearly impossible to be seen. There are some trees where if you can throw it correctly, the leaves will actually cover it up, but you can see through the leaves and ping through them. So teams hate to deal with that, and once again, they'd have to bring an IQ. So it really teams really just don't want to have to deal with that, and that's why Valkyrie is getting banned here. Now, onto the operator selection. Let's begin with the defenders. So we have the Castle. Castle is just he's picked because there is a strategy that the team wants to do. It's not like he's necessary all the time on this site. Then Jaeger's up. A lot of teams, a lot of people, they run Jaeger, 1 for the fragging power, and 2 because his ADSs are incredibly important when it comes to kind of delaying pushes, because if a team wants to actually push you out of position, they can nade you. However, if you have an ADS set up, well, now they're going to have to burn the ADS, which will warn you, hey, they're going to nade you soon. Or maybe you can catch some smokes, or maybe the Zofia utility, or maybe a Nomad charge. So really, that's just brought to kind of take away utility from the offense, because you don't want teams just being able to chunk in flashbangs all throughout site and you can't do anything about it, and now you're flashed. So that's the Jaeger pick. Maestro, he has a good gun. He also has he has a really good gun. His utility is okay, it was very good. However, with the changes to him, where Twitch can now zap them open, it's kind of okay now, because although he can gain a large amount of information, it's pretty easy to take out the cameras now. So it's more, Maestro's brought a little bit for the information and more so for the gun. So that's really the reasoning for the Maestro at this point. And there are places where, if you can stop this Twitch from twitching the cameras, then yes, you can keep them alive. And if you put them in places like underneath, you can get it into on the side of the white van on the basement of garage, and you can't really shoot it from outside, but it can actually see, I think, all the way back. It can see most of outside, so if you're trying to enter, it will see you, and it can zap you underneath the white van, and you really can't contest it. So there are trade-offs with it. It's really useful, but there are a good amount of counters now. Then Pulse is being brought. Is actually a 6th pick from the Mira into the Pulse. So this is actually strange that Mira is not banned. I want to say like 80% of the game she's banned because teams don't want to deal with her. But she was allowed through here, and because of that, the Revan ended up going her. However, he then switched to Pulse. So the reasoning for this is they both kind of do the same roles, where they're information gatherers, and because they're information gatherers, the Mira is a bit different. They're different because of their utility, but the Mira is better at, you can see down sight lines and you can tell what's going on in sight more with this Mira. However, the Pulse can tell you if anybody's above. So if you're going for nitro cells, then Well, if you know that the enemy team is going to be pushing you heavily from above, bring the pulse. But if the team is maybe not going to be playing that vertically, bring the mirror, because the horizontal plays we're gonna have to worry about. Then Hungry's on smoke. Smoke, he can open up a lot of the site with his shotgun, make rotate holes, large amount of utility there. He can bring either impacts. You can bring impacts for, on some maps you can impact trick stuff. I don't think this is one of them. Then, or you can bring barbed wire, which is a sound cue, which can help protect your back. And then his smoke grenades can kill 30 to 40 seconds of time. So that's the defending lineup. Then onto the attackers. So Leon. So one thing about Leon is he's kind of the I want to say the fragger of a Team Secret right now, because basically if Leon can go off, they win. If he can't, they lose. It's kind of like Virtue on Fnatic or Nesk on Liquid. But he starts with Sledge, and however once that he can see all the operators, he switches off for the Twitch. So the reasoning for this is with that Twitch, he can counter the Jaeger, the Maestro, and the mirror, because he thinks that this is a mirror still. He doesn't know if this is going to be a mirror into a mirror or a mirror into the pulse. He doesn't know. So better safe than sorry, and Twitch has a good gun. And still, even then, she is still going to counter the Jaeger and the Maestro pick, and can, zap the feet of pulse. So overall, it's still a good pick. Then Meepy's on Thermite. If you want to open up the garage wall effectively, you need a Thermite. Just the way Consulate plays out. Then Feral is on Nomad. So Nomad is, I'd say on this map she's very effective because there are a large amount of just doors you have to push through. So if you can gain control of an area, you can keep control of it. And that's where Nomad just excels, where if say you just need to stop someone from pushing through a doorway and the bomb's down, put a charge on the door and then just wait. Don't have to aim, don't have to do anything, just have to wait. And just it goes off, easy, free kill. Then Flonkers is on Zofia. So Zofia is kind of a utility / fragging operator, where she gets the ability to burn the ADSs, she can destroy the Maestro cams and the castle barricades with her explosives. So really she just brings a lot to the table in flexibility. So that's why a lot of teams like to bring her over, say, an Ashe, even though they do kind of the same roles. She's kind of like a Ashe, but a bit more utility-based than fragging-based. And then Hibana. So a lot of teams, they like to bring the double breacher. And if you're going to be attacking upstairs, then the double breacher can be really, really useful, because Hibana can make clearing out projector room very easy. And by bringing the double breachers for a basement attack, Secret doesn't really have to choose between going for either the hatches or the wall. They can get both without any real issues. So that's kind of the reasoning for it. Now, I want to see what's going on exactly. Alright, so first thing, this reinforcement right here. This tells me that that tells me that Penta is setting up for the attackers to be opening this hatch, but they don't want to give sightline from this area. They want it to be so that if you actually are utilizing the hatch here, you have to either utilize it from here or from here. So that's what that reinforcement tells me. However, if you then have the castle barricading to the left of that, that makes me think that Penta wants to invest upstairs in the bathroom. They want to make it safe so that they can actually sit in there. I want to say yes because right now they have invested, I believe, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and maybe even a 7th right there. And you have another side view. Wait, no, I think there are 6 upstairs. Actually, no, I'm confusing myself with reinforcements. Basically, there are 3 here, a 4th one here. So, this reinforcement right here exists so that from outside you cannot shoot in to the office area, and you can actually play safe in there. Because if your only real way to retake the site is from this doorway or this rotate hole, it's very easy to punish those. However, if you can safely play here, you can stop anybody from coming in through here. You could theoretically rotate out of here and shoot anybody trying to come in through this doorway. You can also rotate over by pipes, which can give you an angle outside. So it's very powerful, this position right here, because once you lose control of the actual bomb site, because you cannot hold this thing, you cannot hold it effectively, because there's nowhere you can sit where you can't get attacked from above. So that's why this is so important when it comes to actually getting a retake, because you need to be able to actually contest from, say, right over here, contest from here, maybe contest through the wall, contest through here. But if you can't contest from over here, then it's going to make your life a lot harder. Basically, 4 reinforcements here, and then there are, I want to say there are 5 on the bathroom, but I'm not 100% sure because I think they got 1 hatch. Yes, so this hatch, so there's 4 downstairs. That makes number 5. Number 6, I think 7 and 8 are here. 9 and maybe a 10th or so. I'm not 100% sure about how the reinforcements work for bathroom. But in the end, it doesn't really matter too much. That's just what that tells me. However, one thing to note is it's rather strange because a lot of times you want to put a mute and a mirror window there, because that makes it really hard. It makes it harder to contest, especially if you can't drone effectively. And if you bring a mute, then you can bring a shotgun, which is, you're fighting in the bathroom. It's really close quarters, so it's somewhat questionable from Penta if they're not going to be about not bringing a way to actually deny the drones, and they're not bringing any way to really stack up in the. Well, they're not really bringing a way to help the bathroom so much. They're just they're investing a large amount of reinforcements, but not really any utility from what I've seen. Anyway, right now, Team Secret, they figured out that admin was clear, and they're kind of condensing on both sides for a roam clear. They're going to go from the top down, and they want to actually clear out any roamers. So, Meepy's job right now is to hold yellow stairs, while Leon was coming in from the admin, Fonkers among Shores, but Feral is now attacking from console. So if really this just means that there's nowhere you can really effectively sit in this site. Not in the site. There's not really anywhere effectively you can sit upstairs or roam upstairs on this roam clear, because it's, here we go, due to, if you look at it here, with Leon taking control of all of this. Well, if you take control of this, you also have control of this and this and this, and really the only thing you have to worry about is the service stairs flank. However, most teams won't do that. Well, actually, no, I don't say most teams won't do that. However, it's a claymore, an air jab, or a drone. A claymore, an air jab, a flank drone, or just listening for sound cues. So long as they're not doing the glitch where they make no sound, you don't have to worry about service stairs too much. It's not really too much of trouble. Then meeting room is kind of a issue that you have to deal with. However, once you take admin, you can kind of hold here or here, and you can get angles down to the front desk. And then with the Nomad playing on the double windows, she can contest anybody inside of Consulate office as well as get an angle onto console desk. So really there's not too many safe places you can actually sit upstairs, because remember, this wall right here is soft, so the person here can just shoot through it if they know you're there. And you can't really hold bathroom effectively because there's no way out. So if you know that so for a roamer, it's very hard to effectively roam upstairs, especially against multiple opponents, because there's so many crossfires that happen. There's nowhere you can really sit safely. So that's kind of what's going on with the attack upstairs. And then you saw there was a thermite outside holding a flank on yellow stairs. That was for if a roamer decided, okay, I want to come back to site. Well, now you have to worry about getting shot as you run down the stairs. I don't care about that. So Elements is droning for the Nomad and for the Twitch. And now I'm curious about the... Okay, and then Fonkers was also inside. I think he may have come in through admin as well with Twitch. However, I'm not 100% sure about that, but it makes sense. But basically that would mean that if you're roaming upstairs by yourself, you're kind of screwed, because if you either have the choice of going up against a Twitch and a Zofia while getting droned out, and so it's already a 2-on-1 if you're by yourself. And then if you try and flank, you have a Nomad watching it. So it's really it's a pain to deal with, and most teams don't want to do that. So most roamers would just get out. And I want to say Bloss was trying to come up the yellow stairs. I'm not 100% sure about that. Damn it. Come on. So one thing to note, I'm not sure if Flonkers got the call out or not, but he kind of flicked onto the bathroom door, which tells me he's not sure if anybody's actually in there. And then he just ignores it. So I'm going to assume that he didn't really hear the call out, but then once he concentrates, like, oh yeah, they already called, that was clear. So he ignored it and then went to get an angle onto the yellow stairs from here. And then you see Jaeger holding at kind of the bottom of the kind of the bottom-ish of yellow stairs. It's not the bottom. He's holding on the first floor, but he's waiting for someone to just come running down yellow stairs unprepared. Alright, I want to see whether or not what I saw was correct. Okay, so one thing to note about this is, well, I'm not sure where Elements is. He may be holding an angle around the Visa area over here. However, if he is, then great. It's not bad that Leon is kind of ignoring this doorway that somebody could be flanking from upstairs from the Visa stairs. However, I think this person starts walking up the spiral staircase, and when I know, I'm gonna call it Banana from now, because Banana is the bottom of spiral staircase and the top is just spiral. So it's a way to differentiate between the two, and it's easier to have two callouts than just one and then goes top or bottom. So Leon right now is in a very dangerous position because he's not... Somebody can just walk up the stairs if nobody's paying attention to it. Okay, but no. Okay, so Elements is holding an angle on the spiral staircase on Banana, waiting for someone to come up it. However, that means that nobody is watching the Visa. So if Penta knows that, they could actually walk up the Visa staircase go back up to the second story if they wanted to, and then go for a late flank. Because I don't think that Secret is having anyone on kind of a flank watch here. Because you'd have to invest 2 people to have an effective flank watch. Well, actually, yeah, 2 people basically. Now, Leon just runs into sight. Okay, so Revan, who's that castle? No, that was Pulse. Gets kill onto the Hibana. I'm not sure how exactly. Actually, I think I do. I think that Elements on the Hibana tried to walk down the spiral staircase, and from there, tried to take a fight on Revan and just lost it. And during this time, Leon just walked into sight, which I'm not. Okay, so this is bad on Penta's. There's no reason that the garage wall should be reinforced, and you should allow somebody to walk from yellow stairs, jump here, and go all the way behind the white van with only maybe somebody from over in this area contesting. If you can hold control, if you have control of the wall, you can play here. You can play behind the black van. You can play over here. You have access to the entire site because this wall is not opened. And I don't think it was opened. I just want to confirm that it wasn't opened, or else I'm just talking with no real reason. Yeah, so the wall is still reinforced, but none of Penta are playing here. Instead, I see 2 bodies upstairs, and I think what happened was I think Secret made a call saying they're investing so heavily upstairs we can just walk into B. Which is, if you're going to be playing upstairs, you're going to have kill holes prepped so that your defenders from upstairs can actually contest downstairs. And I'm not sure if that happened. I'm not seeing any right now. That is a mistake on Penta's setup. Then the smoke gets caught out of position because he's looking for a fight over on the east side, even though the pulse was over there. So why? I'm not sure about the entire setup going on right here by Penta. I can't see based on overhead view. However, I know that Pulse is over by the spiral, over by Banana area. And because of that, I don't understand why Smoke is also over there when you can I don't understand how there are 5 members of Penta alive, and somehow it is impossible for them to put one person down in the B-bomb site, even though the wall is not open. And now, yeah, Secret made the call. Hey, they gave us sight for free, and they're gonna have to jump. Their plan of jumping down the hatch isn't gonna work if they have one person just holding it, and that's exactly what happened. So this entire round was basically just a mistake from Penta in their overall setup, saying, yeah, we can invest upstairs. They're going to try and clear us out, but they forgot to actually add kill holes upstairs. So Secret just said, okay, you're not playing vertically, so why would I contest? I'm just going to walk into sight. And they did that, and Leon just slapped a few people, and it's a 1v3 now, but Sir Boss is down to 15 HP because, he took so many bullets from the F2. It's over now. So really just the story of Penta did not invest in the actual bomb site, thinking that Secret would ignore that. And then Secret said, okay, we're going to go to the bomb site because there's one person actively contesting it from a hallway that's not even on the bomb site. And so they did that, They got the bomb down, and well, I don't think they even got the bomb down. I think they just rushed into sight, killed a few people, and it was over. So really, that overall was just a mistake from Penta. Let's see. I want to see the replay of the kills. Oh. He got his kill. Show me all of the kills. Come on. I think this is a tournament of you just miss. I think from what I've heard about this tournament is they miss a lot of kills, so that's going to kind of suck. But anyway, on to the next step. So right now the bathroom is getting reinforced. Yes. Okay. So load. Thank you. So reinforcement comes here. That is basically just to help anybody playing inside a bathroom, because it doesn't allow someone from the skylight, I think actually right about here, to actually shoot down through the wall into bathroom. Then these two walls are getting reinforced to stop somebody from playing this window, specifically a Buck or Zofia, from opening up the wall and shooting through it. Then even if these walls are destroyed by, say, a Hibana charge, enemy is reinforcing this wall so that even with this wall being opened, you still cannot shoot through and effectively kill somebody playing in the connector area. So that is the reasoning behind those reinforcements. Then this is getting reinforced because you need that reinforced, or else someone can just walk up yellow stairs saying, "Oh, okay, well, I'm just gonna open this up and walk into sight." Then this is reinforced so that you can't just get shot from the double windows over here. And then this, I can't even see it. It's a little bit down. Thank you. This wall is being reinforced just to stop any angles from admin going to the A-bomb site. And that is the reasoning for all those reinforcements. I want to see if there are any more, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to assume 7 and 8 are right here. And I'm not sure about 9 and 10. I'm just bad at math, either one. Probably just the bad at math part. Anyway. Oh yeah, I didn't talk about the operator selection. So, Team Seekers bring the same thing. I want to say a lot of teams now are falling into, we like this lineup for attacking every one of those bomb sites, and we may only be 80% effective, but if we're 80% effective on every site, then we don't have to worry about bringing the wrong operators and only being 60 or 70% effective. So I think that's just what's going on with the meta overall. Then Penta, a few changes. They dropped the castle. Actually, no, one change. They dropped the castle for a mute. I think they said, okay, our castle strat didn't work because they wanted to have I think they wanted to have just a, what's it called? A pocket strat where they would put the bodies upstairs, and they used castle for that. However, with the fact that it got absolutely shut down, then they don't need to bring the castle anymore, and they want to bring a mute to stop the drones. Because they probably thought, okay, they were able to just drone our site and figure out all our positionings, and they could react because of that information, so let's deny them the information. Then we don't need to see Revan downstairs. Come on. Right, so this window, it is very common for a run out where you would jump out, run to the left, and shoot anybody rappelling on the double windows. Also, you have to put the nomad charges lower because they do not actually affect people unless they are on the ground. That's just one thing to note. I did not know that, and so I was putting them up here next to windows, and they don't work. So the one problem with the rotate hole that this is easier. This is a common rotate hole right here, and one thing I don't like about it is it gives away a lot of the sight where you can see all the way back into the corner if you actually try to if you try and play there if you have this rotate hole open. However, in the meta nowadays, most people will not sit over here. However, it's just one thing to know. Because who knows, maybe one day you have to be in that corner. You have to be wary of the window. Alright, so Secret's going for an admin take, and the reason why Hibana was droning below is to make sure there weren't any pre-placed nitro cells in order to that were just there, that if you repel in, then you get blown up. That's just something they don't want. So this will be easier on here. So up to the second floor we go. Anyway, so right now, Leon is on this window up. Wait, is it that window? Oh no, I am on the complete opposite side of the map. Here we go. So Leon is on the copy window right here, holding an angle to make sure nobody flanks in. Nobody tries to come through copy room into admin as the Zofia entered. And then down on the first floor, right there, there's this window here, which, yeah, it's probably easier to just keep it on the first, where you saw that Hibana, she's just holding an angle like this to stop any flanks coming up the service stairs or up or down. So really that's just her job, to make sure there aren't any flankers for admin. And that's just why she's there. Then Feral, the Nomad, I believe it was Feral anyway, was on this window. And no, I'm on the wrong floor again. But it was on this window. And I think he's just looking for a pick into the waiting room / consulate office. And I think at this point he doesn't really have a job to do and is just waiting so that he can, yeah, I think he's just waiting at this point. Because he's probably going to be playing the windows once the team starts going for a push. However, because they're not actually going for the push yet, there is no reason for him to be actively contesting or really getting aggressive. So he's just kind of playing on the windows saying, yeah, I'm here. Hope you walk into my sights, but I'm just gonna be playing. Well, I say somewhat passive, but then he goes in. Oh, no, that's below. So there's a mute and a pulse downstairs. Those two are there because right now Penta wants to play vertically on this site. And that's kind of an old school strategy, I want to say, where you play vertically, just you chuck a nitro cell up once the plant goes down. However, it's pretty easy to contest it just from the windows. So that's why it's not really seen anymore. Oh yeah, I don't know what Meepy... Oh yeah, I do not know what Meepy just did right there. That is one of the most stupid plays you could possibly make. Because he jumps in. So he sees the camera there. He even shoots at it. Jumps in. I don't even know if... I don't know. There's literally somebody in the room that he just jumped into. He's getting called out. And he's getting shocked. Misses his shots on it. And then the smoke in the room is like, wait, he jumped in? That's what happened? Okay, I'm just going to stand up and get a pre-fire. And bam, and now Meepy is dead because he just jumped into a room. That was one of the... That was a mistake. Then Hungry gets slapped and... okay. And then everybody dies. So I think basically what happened there was Meepy jumps in, gets killed, gets refragged by the... I can't remember. He gets refragged. Doesn't matter by who, but... Oh, by Fonkers. There we go. Then, after that refrag happens... I'm trying to figure out where... Okay, yeah. After that refrag happens... Let's see who's that. Elements and Feral. Yeah, so Element... Wait, what? How is... So I'm thinking... You know, I have to see these positions because I'm not sure. So Twitch is here, Feral's on the window. I'm gonna move this thing off. So Fonkers is here. Twitch. I'm trying to figure out where this Hibana is. Okay, I'm confused about what happened here. Because this looked like a strategy where Penta wanted to play vertically with their nitro cells to stop a plant, which makes sense, so that Revan and enemy were downstairs. However, I'm not sure how Serbot... Oh, wait, actually... Okay, never mind. I think I was just confusing myself a little bit. Okay, so what I think happened there was... So Secret ended up... They jumped in for the plant. And that call out was made. And Smoke gets the refrag. However, during that time, they were unsure about whether or not the plant was still going down. I'm not sure if Hungry made the call that, yes, I got the kill. And because of that, Revan and Enemy jumped downstairs. Well, didn't jump downstairs, but just went downstairs to get the nitro cells off and get his positioning. However, they didn't take into account Elements on the Hibana waiting for them. So as they did that, they just got gunned down because trying to nitro cell somebody in projector from below in the main lobby, you have no cover in that room. Especially if somebody's on the spiral staircase, you have no cover. And because of that, they just got gunned down because they both just jumped in there like, we gotta stop this plant. So those two get killed. And then Sir Boss just, plant's going down, he's trying to get into position to help, and he gets gunned down from Feral on the window. So really, I want to say that was almost just Penta overextended themselves and got mowed down because of it, because they did an old strategy that really it's not used for a reason anymore. That's kind of why it's pretty easy to counter just by putting either one person outside or one person on spiral staircase. Either way, it stops any nitro cells coming into a projector. As you saw, Hibana over by the stairs, and then I'm wondering how he's getting pinged right now. I don't think he is. Anyway, this is really good from Secret at this point. Because, and I'm not talking about it's now a 2v1, but because they okay, so it was a 4v1, I believe, and then they overextended themselves and got mowed down and got cut down because of that, and now it's a 2v1. But now since that happened, both the remaining players are playing passive and just waiting for a refrag on one another. Right now, Fonkers is waiting Fonkers is waiting for him to try and jump out the window, and when he jumps out the window, he's going to hope for the kill, or he's waiting for the defuse to begin, at which point he'll jump in the window and try and kill him. And then Elements is just going to be playing off of what happens, because I would say that Blast has to make the choice of either going for the window or going for the spiral staircase, and he probably doesn't know about the spiral staircase. So he's just looking like, where is the enemy at? And okay, he does know, but he didn't know about the exact angle that exists because you don't know what part of that wall is always going to have a kill hole in it, because all that the Hibana had to do was hold an angle. Well, he had to peek and say, okay, where is there actually a hole to shoot through? Where's this Hibana at? And he loses the gunfight. So really, that was just a good job from Secret, where they saw this strategy that Penta was doing, and then they just capitalized on it. And it's kind of strange that this is Team Secret that got relegated from Pro League, even though Penta is in, I think, 4th place right now for Europe. So kind of strange that Team Secret's so dominant right now. Now, roughly the same reinforcements are coming down. I think the one difference I see is, I'm not 100% sure, but I can't remember if this reinforcement was here. And by the looks of it, that blocks off a little bit of an angle from the spiral staircase, which may help when it comes to. I'm not sure if it does that, so I'm not even sure if that's a change, but I'm just gonna assume it. I'm gonna assume it is. But then roughly the same reinforcements are going down. And let's see. I'm confused by Revan's reinforcement there, and the 3 reinforcements here, because I don't think that this 3rd one is going to stop an angle from the. Yeah, that's not going to stop any angle, so it's not a changed reinforcement. However, these 2 are the big 2 you need. But this one, I'm not seeing its purpose. Because I'm really not, because it doesn't really stop an angle from the doorway to the bathroom area. And I mean, it's a 2-way angle, so defenders can be using it if this was open. So, and then it blocks shots like this. However, nobody plays the long desk area because it's very easy to contest if you just put 1 or 2 bodies right here from admin. So I'm questioning this reinforcement, and I need to see what Revan's doing with this one. And then same lineup coming from Penta and from Secret. Right, so this is kind of a. Well, actually, I'm not sure. I disagree with the setup that Penta's bringing right now, because with bringing the same lineup when you just got killed doing it means that the strategy isn't going to work again. I mean, it didn't work the first time. Why would it work a second time? And they're now. I see enemy is over inside of, I think, Passport is what it's called. However, I understand maybe he's trying to go for a nitro cell into admin. However, Secret is droning that, so it probably won't be that effective. So I'm not sure exactly. I need to see how this is going to work, because it looked like Penta tried to play vertically, it didn't work, and then now they're trying again. Right now, Leon's just waiting for any picks that'll come through. Now Elements is on flank watch, and it looked like enemy changed his position. Okay, so One thing to note about attacking a third floor bomb site is it's very hard to do a proper room clear. No, well, it's not pretty hard. It's just about impossible because for as a roamer, if you can go from the top, if you're playing on the bottom floor, if you're playing on the top floor, you can just fall down, and it's very hard to actually be. It's hard as an attacker to capitalize on that, just due to it. You really just can't because you're gonna have to go from. You have to worry about your flanks so much when that happens that you have to invest so many bodies. Because right now there are 3 hatches upstairs, one in console, one in projector, and one in admin. So if you want to effectively stop people from coming down there, you need to invest 3 bodies. But if you invest 3 bodies, you're never going to be able to push anything. So it's just about impossible to do a roam clear effectively, which is why the mistake was made to not drone out garage, and now I believe that is Pulse is just being able to run around inside of garage. And then this guy's positioning, the mute, is very questionable because you can't really hold inside of the area. I can't remember what it's called. It has the piano in. I really can't remember what it's called. But you can't really hold in there effectively if the enemy knows you're going to be doing that. And they just got killed once. Well, yeah, I mean, Penta got killed on the last round when they tried to do this because you just have to hold angles and wait. Because you can effectively contest this guy from the window, from the 2 windows, as well as from the doorway here. And then also, once the main lobby door is open, so basically, this guy's on an island because once the main lobby door is open, he cannot go over there. And once some Feral comes over here by vending machines, he can no longer rotate out over here. So that's gone. And then he has to be very careful about dropping down the hatch because Feral or the main lobby person, if they push that far, can contest that. So this is, if he was playing basement, it'd make a lot more sense because you can come rotate up the stairs once nobody's paying attention to it. However, right now I want to say that Secret knows about this guy's positioning. And there we go. Enemy got killed by Feral. He tried to rotate out the door and he got shut down because of it. And now this, they have no idea about Revan's position because by doing that, his crosshair showed that he has no idea if anybody's actually down there. And by shooting the camera when the enemy is 10 feet away from him, that tells me he really doesn't know. However, he hears him, and then he says, "Give me this fight." Because Feral's relatively new to Secret, so he says, "Yeah, I want to prove myself. I'm on this team for a reason." And so he goes and he wins the one-on-one on Revan. The thing about roaming, well, not roaming, but if you can't really roam on this side effectively because if the enemy just says, "Well, we're just going to ignore you and go to site upstairs," well, can't really do much about that. Can't really contest anywhere. So the only real way to contest is with nitro cells. However, if you're using nitro cells, you need to be playing passive. That wasn't passive. That was Revan looking for a fight, and enemy just trying to run away, and Secret not allowing it. So really, this overall is just a bad setup from Penta. And I hope that the next time they go upstairs, they just invest all 5 bodies upstairs, because this vertical play is not working. Alright, so this was an oversight from Secret. Well, somewhat of an oversight. Where, well, not Secret, but by Feral. He didn't pay any attention to the person inside of console, and there was nobody playing on the double windows of console basically at 2 minutes in. And if you want to push up yellow stairs you need to have some form of pressure on console, or else you can get gunned down from the stairs. Well, not from the stairs, but from console, from that. However, one thing to note from Blast is I really like his positioning here, because it is a very... So his head level right now is nowhere near where your head level normally would be. And because of that, he's going to always have the advantage over somebody peeking and thinking about where the normal head level is. So that's very good from Blas. And he's supporting Sir Boss in bathroom, making sure nobody can just walk up yellow stairs. So he is doing his job, and so really I just like Blas's positioning here, because he said, okay, nobody's applying pressure on the double windows. I can just sit here all day long, which is really, like, that's just good game sense from him, saying, well, if they're not pushing from console, I can actually be in console, which gives me angles onto yellow stairs, which just helps the defensive hold overall. Now, Leon kills Feral. What am I talking about? No, Leon kills Hungry. Blast killed Feral. They're on the same team. And Hungry, I'm pretty sure, was playing inside the A bomb site. And I want to see how exactly. Okay, so wait, is that? Hold on. I'm trying to see who's playing on the window here. Okay, so Thermite is on this window. Whenever you're attacking, whether it's console or whether it's a console or projector take, you want someone on these windows, because they can contest this connector room and stop people from just rushing in. I'm gonna change my colors, but really, I mean, he's here more just to look pretty than anything else, because really, his goal is just to apply pressure, not necessarily get any kills, and make it so somebody you can't run around inside of A. That's his whole purpose. But I think Leon literally just walked. So I think Leon just walked into the A bomb site and just shut down the smoke, which is something that should never be allowed to happen. Because there should be some form of denial, something. However, Hungry just gets killed. Because here's the Twitch. The Twitch is just in A. She just walked into A and just gunned down the smoke, which is something that if you were ever playing smoke, use your utility, even if it's not the 30 seconds mark left. Because if you can just delay, it can force the enemy to panic a little bit, and that can give your team picks. And even if you have no utility, you still have a shotgun. And if there is no reason that... I want to see whether or not Leon took any damage. Yeah, so Leon took about 25 damage, which I'm not sure. I think at that point it was just Leon walked in, had better aim than, well, better crosshair placement than the smoke did, and Leon hit the headshot. Hungry did not, and because of that, Leon won the gunfight. However, at that point, Hungry should be in a situation where he should be moving around his head level instead of just holding an angle. Well, actually, I'm not even sure what happened exactly, but I can't really say much. It's just there's no reason that a Twitch should be able to just walk into site, kill your smoke player, and get away with that. Now, yes, she gets fragged here. However, that is something that should never happen with the smoke. Next, if you were dang it, I want him to look at the windows. He's not gonna look at windows, which kinda hurts my feelings, but let's see if I can. if you are ever playing, I think this is a mistake from Secret. Well, not necessarily from Secret, but from Meepy. If you're ever playing these double windows, open them both up. Because this, if somebody knows that you're playing here, and then you moved over to get into, well, to break the line of sight, this is soft. You can shoot through this with no trouble. So this is a mistake from Meepy right now. And I think he actually takes a bullet worth of HP. Yes. However, he doesn't die. That's really just a mistake when it comes to actually playing that spot where you have to know where soft angles are and where cover is and where concealment is, because that barricade is concealment. This wall is cover. Concealment won't save you. You can get shot through that, and that's why you can't rely on barricades to be what keeps you alive. Now Meepy's going for the plant. Blast tried to. I'm not sure exactly what happened there, but I think Blast, the Jaeger, tried to just peek and then lost the fight 1v3. But overall, this is not too much. This isn't really anything special coming out from Secret. It's more just Penta is just trying these strategies that don't work anymore. Alright, so. Oh, please don't do this. Okay. So Penta have now lost 3 rounds in a row on defense. We are in a defensive-sided meta. That's bad. To do a okay job on defense, you want it to be 3-3. To do a good job on defense, you want it to be 4-2, and do a great, you want to be 5-1. Being down 0-3 is very bad. And then what I'm seeing from this hatch being opened is Penta wants to play upstairs again when they've got shut down every single time they've tried that. So I'm questioning I want to see what they do, what changes they make, because I see that they dropped the Jaeger. I see they dropped the Jaeger for a Mira. However, I have seen nothing come out from Enemy and Revan on the Mute and the Pulse. Not a single Nitro Cell, and I'm not even sure if they have. I think they may have gotten 1 or 2 kills. That is something, like, at that point, you have to question why they're even still bringing them. Because they're not playing vertically, they're not using their Nitro Cells effectively. They both don't have good guns, and if you need to open up sight, you have a smoke and a mirror for that, and a Maestro, so you don't need this Mute. And it is very questionable, their picks. Now, Secret, I think that Leon, it's the same lineup except they dropped Twitch for Sledge. I think that Leon said, okay, actually, hold on, let me see if, can I see I cannot. I wanted to see if they did a 6th pick from the Jaeger onto something else. Because if there's no Jaeger, bring nades. Bring like 6 nades, just nade everyone. But I think that Leon basically made the call, okay, if we can play, they're not going to be going upstairs again because they can't hold it. So they're going to be going downstairs or they're going to be going main floor. Either way, Twitch it's going to be better to bring someone who can play a bit more vertically. And to play vertically from the top down, Sledge is perfectly fine, and you don't need a buck for that. Alright, so mirror window goes down on here. This is the default mirror window. Really, this is the only default mirror window that exists on this site. All the other ones are kind of team preference. Some teams some teams like to put it here if the enemy tries to push into this doorway. Other teams like to put it on this wall, where in case the enemy tries to come in through the door more and it kind of ignores this doorway. Or they put it upstairs in the bathroom if they want to do a bathroom hold. I'm just saying the bathroom hold hasn't worked, so I'm not kind of hoping they don't do that, but that's exactly what they are doing. Okay, so I want to see what the Pulse is doing, because I saw him upstairs and then go downstairs, or go to the main floor. However, I'm hoping he goes back to site, because Penta got dominated on when they just didn't invest enough in site. And you're a Pulse. Your job is to play vertically. If you're not playing vertically, then there's no real point in bringing him. So having him be the roamer is a mistake, and I'm hoping he's not, and I'm hoping he's going back to site, but I'm just waiting to see what happens. So, no runouts are going to happen. And, okay, so, for multiple rounds in a row, this is something I like. This tells me that this team has practiced and knows what they like to do. Leon and Fonkers are once again going to enter from admin office. Farrell is going to be holding flank Consulate, and Elements is getting into a position he can kind of react to where he can drone stuff while also being able to back people up if necessary. Because right now he could go the admin office if he needs to. He could go over to the spiral staircase windows if he had to, or he could even go down to the projector windows. So he can do whatever he wants. And there's 2 hard breachers, so his life, even if he dies, it's not the end of the world for Secret. So Leon's not even droning at this point. He's just walking in with his gun saying, "Give me this fight." Like, you're down 0-3 and I'm just feeling it. Now this is just to hold up. Once admin control is taken by the attackers, you really cannot flank up these stairs, especially if somebody is holding a flank, because you're not going to win this fight as a defender. So yeah, here, I want to get a map for this, because I really do like this in all honesty. So just to kind of show you a little bit, I'm just going to say that all of this is taken already, but Leon was in here. Fonkers, I believe anyway, was in here. The Hibana was not on balcony, but like on the balcony wall, so she could theoretically go to balcony to contest them. Wait, is this called a meeting? Oh. I thought that was projector. I really thought that was projector. Huh. Looks like I'm wrong. But then the Nomad is on there. So if a roamer is anywhere up here, there is no way they can be effective, because there are so many ways to get refragged where if you try and hold inside of so if you try and hold inside of Consulate, well, it's called Consulate office, huh? Okay, so if you try and hold inside of console office, then you're going to have to be, you can't hold effectively. The only place you can really hold effectively is here. However, that can get shot from the skylight if they know about it. So a lot of people don't like doing that. Then if somebody's on these windows, you can't hold inside of here. Then if you have no reinforcements, you can't hold inside of here. And then if you have no reinforcements, you can't hold any of this area really inside a meeting because of the angles that exist over here. Then with this person, it makes it holding inside a meeting is incredibly hard. So really, right now, you based on this attacking setup, there's no way you can effectively roam anywhere around here, just because you can be condensed on from so many angles. And so really, this attack is just, they throw so many bodies upstairs, you cannot roam. So I really do like it that Secret has an attack strategy that allows them to contest any roamers and just win, and they do it every single time. That tells me there's a team coordination thing, which, I mean, would be great if they had that during the pro season, but really it's just overall good team coordination. Now Leon kills Blast, who is holding it. So Blast was holding inside of a bathroom. Leon, I'm pretty sure, is upstairs still, and I think he just opened some angles into bathroom and just shot through there. Because if you want to hold inside a bathroom, if you want to hold inside a bathroom, you kind of have to have everything reinforced. That's so many reinforcements that you really can't do it that often. Then if you wanted to, the only way to really effectively play is without a mirror window, in all honesty. Was the mirror window, to be an effective mirror window, you have to have a soft wall, but by having a soft wall, that opens up angles in the bathroom. So it's kind of, I think right now, Penta just has a lot of flawed strategy when it comes to this map. I know. Okay, so Leon was on the ground floor, but I think he just walked in and just shot through the soft wall and killed the Mira. Yeah, okay. So this entire wall right here is soft, which allows Leon to just walk over here and shoot right here. And now this mirror window is absolutely useless based solely on the fact that there aren't enough reinforcements to go around. But I don't understand how Penta thinks this strategy will actually work, because it seems like it's very easy to counter, and I don't understand the strategy. Maybe there's something that they are doing which I am not seeing, but I don't understand it. Now vertical pressure is coming out from Secret. And Farrell is just saying, peek me. Come peek me. Peek me. And now the Pulse is playing vertically and is telling... Okay. So you see Pulse is playing vertically. However, what good is it really doing? You know somebody is in Visa. You could possibly know if they're going for a flank down the stairs. However, you have no way of actually contesting the Visa, anything from Visa actively with the Pulse. Because any information you get is going to be old information, so you can't just toss a nitro cell after putting away your scanner. So I'm questioning the Pulse pick, because it's the 4th time they've brought it and it's done nothing. And at that point, why not just pick Legion? Throw down a goo mine on the stairs, 2 on the 2 or so hatchet, just one in the hallway and one in the door of the server area, and then 1 on Banana. And you'll be doing exactly the same job as Pulse, but you don't have to actively sit there looking at the roof with your scanner and just wasting a body. And now, so really, Pulse is doing absolutely nothing for the team. Then Sir Boss just peeks something. I want to see. I think Sir Boss is one of these two players in here. Yes, I think he's playing the mirror window. And he peeks and gets shut down. Yep, peeks and gets shut down. Smokes are coming out, however, they're smoking things where the plant isn't actually going down. I think they smoked black car, and they smoked the yellow staircase. However, plant's going down by white van, so overall, this caster legitimately just annoys me because he goes from like 0 to 100 just instantly, and now it's a 2v4. Well, yeah, stuff has been happening. People kill each other. But anyway, right now, I want to say that Penta is not bringing the correct lineup or using the correct strategies to fight Team Secret effectively. Maybe they're going off of old information about what Secret does. However, Secret has picked up Feral and Fonkers, who are two relatively new members. I think Fonkers came in halfway through the last season, and then Feral is new. However, at that point, any old information is useless, and you just got to see any current information. But it looks like Penta's trying to just react to Team Secret, and Team Secret's just saying, yeah, we don't do that anymore. We haven't done that for like 6 months. Because right now, there's nothing effective coming out from Penta. So really, we can go through it where the mute. Well, I don't think stopping the drones is being useful. You're not being useful on your nitro cell. Oh, 1 second. So, his nitro cells not being useful. His utilities not being useful because I don't think drones are the issue here. He's not stopping the wall from getting open. You're never going to be able to stop the wall. So, nothing useful coming out there. So, and then why you don't even have to bring the shotgun because you have a Mira and a Maestro that are being brought. So, I don't understand this mute pick. Next, the pulse pick. So I understand you're trying to play vertically. However, most of the time, this pulse was just staring over at the server. He was just staring at the server ceiling, and that doesn't make sense as a pulse because maybe he's trying to see if the push is coming from there. However, if you invest anybody over there, you can tell because hatches are going to be open and people are going to be dropping. So the pulse itself isn't necessary. You just need to listen for explosions. Maybe he's over there to contest somebody coming down Spiral Staircase. However, why is Pulse doing that and not somebody else? I don't know. So he's not really playing vertically. He's being able to say, yeah, there's one person in Visa. Yeah, that's about it. Okay, job done. Guys, why are we down 0-3? Why is the bomb planted? Guys, what's going on? Guys, I told you there was one person in Visa. How is everybody dead? Well, yeah, you can kind of see why the pulse is a questionable pick. I don't understand it, so I don't think he's playing effectively enough. Next, Maestro. I'm not seeing Maestro. I'm not seeing the Maestro do much. However, I'm not saying it's a bad pick. And overall, I do agree with the pick because I think Penta needs the information more than they need anything else, and they need to be able to actually react to information. So I think overall, this is a good pick. However, I think overall, the actual person playing him is messing up a good amount. Well, not necessarily messing up. I think he's just being put into really bad situations that he shouldn't be, and he's just getting killed each time. So overall, he's not being too effective as a Maestro, but it's not necessarily because it's a bad pick. So I can agree with the Maestro pick still. Now, Smoke. So, the Smoke made sense. He's one of the best operators on defense, if not the best. He can delay the plant. However, in this situation, they should just drop the Smoke because he's doing absolutely nothing. I mean, I'm being serious because he's not stopping the plant from coming down. He's not stopping the pushes. And I don't think in any of these 4 rounds I've seen him effectively use his utility. And so if his only actual job right now is just to open rotate holes, well, you have a Maestro and a Mira that can do that. Then Mira. So overall, I disagree with the Smoke pick. Then we move on to Mira. Mira's a very good operator, and I think that Penta bringing her is good. However, I think overall the Mira pick is good. I think however the overall setup of the Miras is bad, because that bathroom Mira hold is something that isn't seen for a reason. And I mean, it got shut down within. I mean, I think Leon just walked down the stairs, said, "Oh, there's a Mira here. Oh, there's a soft wall that can let me shoot behind that Mira window. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. And he gets probably one of the easiest kills he's ever gotten. So overall, 60% of Penta, the operators are just questionable, and the other 40%, well, I'm not saying the other 40%, I'm going to say mainly the Mira. That's very questionable about the overall setup. So I think overall Penta is just kind of shooting themselves in the foot at this point. Cade's not banned, so why not bring a Cade? Because Secret's not bringing any way to actually get rid of that. And now, why is your pulse upstairs? It's a pulse, and he has a nitro cell still, which tells me he wasn't in a position that he could actually help with the plant when it came to denying it, which is the point of nitro cells on this site. So you either bring a nitro cell here to play vertically, which he's not doing, or to help stop the plant, which he's not doing. So why is Pulse being brought in the first place? I don't know. Man, this is over. Now Secret is up 4-0. Right, so Penta is now letting me go downstairs. They dropped a mute for a bandit, which, I mean, it's going to do roughly the same role, and I don't think it's going to accomplish anything more so than what the mute was doing, but maybe enemy is more comfortable on the bandit and likes the gun more. So, I mean, hey, great. The mute's not working, so bring someone else. And then, this is what I like. Even though it took 4 rounds, the pulse has been dropped because it's been doing literally nothing. Now, the fact that it took 4 rounds to figure that out, well, that's kind of bad. However, it's good that they've made the change. And then, and the Mira was dropped for a Jaeger, probably because they wanted more active contestion, where instead of just sitting behind a Mira window and just staring at people, they want to be holding more aggressive angles. That's my thought process. They want to go looking more for gunfights because the Mira window wasn't helping them there. And I want to see whether or not. And then Revan, we do not need to see the 3rd floor when nobody is there. I want to see whether or not Revan gets the hatch in bathroom. But right now, the main change I see is this is reinforced to stop anybody from coming and shooting there, because that opens a lot of this room. However, Secret hasn't really done that. So I think these are just kind of a basic setup that the, I think it's just a basic setup that happens, and it's just something that Penta is doing, which makes sense because there's not really other places to reinforce here. So overall, like, this does make sense in the overall setup. Just it's not meant to go against how Team Secret is pushing. Okay. Then this is getting shotgunned open because Hungry wants to be able to throw smokes through here to land, well, roughly right here, which will allow a smoke behind the white van, so you can't actually plant here. However, that's the theory of what's going to happen. Let's see what actually happens. Okay, so I see enemy has run upstairs by himself. Knowing how Team Secret pushes, I disagree with sending him upstairs because they're going to send 4 people to actively contest him. And no matter how good you are, you're probably not going to win a 1v4. However, overall, some changes. Feral is now by main lobby, and then the Hibana is there with him as well. Okay, so Secret has said we've done the same thing for 4 rounds in a row, because they have. So, and we're just slapping them at this point, so fuck it, let's just go, drop hatch, rush in, we're good. And bam, they're in sight. Nobody is paying attention, so Sir Boss gets domed, and one thing to note is if you're worried about not having information, maybe bringing the Legion would be good and put one down by where they are going to rush from, because you can pick it up later if you need to, but then you can also, it gives you information. And then if they just, right now, if Penta had invested 1 person inside of servers, they could have stopped this. However, they were not ready for this, and Elements gets a kill. Side is now taken, and it's over. That round took a total of, let's see, that round took a total of 42 seconds from out of spawn to everybody is dead. And then from the actual push, it took less than 20 seconds. So, push starts here. So, 31 seconds. Drop comes down, nobody's paying attention to it. Someone's on his cam. I'm not sure why he's on his cam this early in the game. Gets killed. Nobody is paying attention at all to the site. And really, this is just, Secret said, okay, let's just walk into site. And because they're never going to expect this, and they invest so many bodies upstairs, because right now I think there are 3 bodies upstairs. And now it is and Penta just gets whooped. Why did you show me the kill cam? But really, this is just, Penta does not look good on Consulate. Like, it looks like they are almost going through old strategies that were used a year ago, and they're expecting to catch Secret off guard because, hey, they're a Challenger League team now. But Secret is just saying, okay, yeah, we may be Challenger League, but we're still a good team. We're still picked up by Team Secret. We've made changes to 40% of our roster. So yeah, we'll still fight this. And they're just making better calls. And yeah, so really I just say that Penta is not looking like an actual Consulate team. And I'm questioning I question them coming here because it was, yeah, I just question it because I feel like there was a better place they could have gone, but I'm not sure if maybe all their good maps got banned because you could ban 3 maps here, and maybe their top 3 maps all got banned, and then they're thinking, okay, well, we can ban one of our stronger maps because we know Secret is stronger on it than this. Maybe they're not that strong on Consulate, so we can leave that in. And, I mean, now they're down 5-0. Now, changes have come out. So, Clash has come in instead of Bandit. And I mean, one Bandit is not useful upstairs. There's no reason to bring him. So, makes a bit of sense. The Clash, however, is questionable. Well, it's somewhat questionable. Clash allows for a bit more aggressive information gathering because Clash can just walk around where nobody else can because she has the ability to. She gets the ability to. Well, not the ability, but she has a shield that can act as a mirror window. So, due to that, it really. I think that right now Penta just wants to put more pressure onto Secret and not give them the ability to just walk around freely. And so that's the thought process by the Clash. Then, so I get something out of my bag. Oh, he's up here. Sweet. Then, yeah, so I think that's really the only change. Actually, no, they brought a dock now. And playing upstairs is a lot of long angles you can contest. Say from... You can contest all the way from bathroom to this doorway through the wall. You can also contest from... You can contest these windows from over here. So overall, the dock pick does make sense, and we just have to see how it goes. Alright, this is the last defensive round in a defensive-sided meta, and Penta's down 0-5, which is really bad. So let's see what their last defensive hold actually does. So, the same setup is being brought, reinforcement here, here, here. I'm assuming there's going to be one here by Sir Boss. This is being reinforced. I'm assuming that wall right there is reinforced. Reinforcement here, here, and here. So you know what? Let's count these out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I'm looking for number 10. I'm assuming number 10 is going to be there. I think it is. But those are the 10 reinforcements. And now Team Secret, same lineup coming up. They like it. It works for them, so they're going to keep doing it. Because right now Penta hasn't really shown anything about them actively being able to stop it. And now a complete change up to Team Secret. They have all spawned over by the gas station. Normally they only spawned the Thermite and the Nomad over here, with the Nomad in the windows and the Thermite doing whatever, normally going below because it's a basement attack. And then everybody, the other 3 going on the other side of the map. However, now everybody's over here. So this tells me that Secret is going for a console take, not for a projector take. Now I'm thinking it's not even called projector at this point because I think it was called a meeting or something, but I don't know why I call it console. Wait, no, no, it is console. I'm thinking of projector. Projector is what I call it. Okay, so one thing about this Clash is Team Secret has a pretty good lineup to get rid of it. And you know what I'm actually thinking right now? That this is actually a bad lineup from Penta. Due to the fact that, well, it's a bad pick from the Clash because Clash is a supporting operator where she needs people to help her if she doesn't want to die. Because you can't put her out on her own or else people are just going to come up and start hitting her and she's going to die. And then there are 3 people on Team Secret who can kill the Clash without too much trouble. The first is Leon. He has grenades. And there's no Jaeger on Penta. So I think that's a mistake. Then there's Feral on Nomad. Well, Nomad, if you put a charge down and she backs into it, she's going to be put on her ass and can shoot her pretty easily there. And then Fonkers is on the Zofia and send in the concussive blast, and remember there's no Jaeger to get rid of them, and she's probably gonna die. So right now 60% of Secret can kill this Clash without too much trouble, and so I question why they even brought her in the first place based off of that. Well, actually no, I question why they didn't bring a Jaeger, because it seems like a strategy that relies on this Clash, but they're not bringing anything to actually support the Clash. Now I see Meepy is going in through admin, and I'm curious about that because at that point, why didn't they just spawn him over there in the first place? And then Feral looks like he's going to try and walk up Visa's stairs. How he even got there, I don't know. But I think this is due to the fact that it's a 5-man hold above. Oh wait, no, this was a big mistake from Leon. So, I'm going to pull up the map. So right there, Leon was trying to walk up the stairs over here to contest Clash, who smartly enough backed up because she had no support. And as he's just trying to shoot here, he gets gunned down by Maestro in the bathroom because nobody is actively contesting the window. If you really, well, basically, if you want to push up the yellow stairs area here, you have to make sure bathroom is clear, or else you're going to be in a crossfire from the waiting room and from the bathroom, and also from, oh my god, I'm so bad at lines, and from console office. So it really is just, it's questionable his push. However, my best guess is he's just really confident right now and saying, yeah, you're not going to be able to kill me. And it didn't work. Because, I mean, he's up 5-0. Now, Revan goes down, and that is... I don't understand that. Because I don't understand how the mute is going down in the middle of the open when he could have... All he has to do is just wait and cover. But instead, he's trying to actively contest somebody on a window that's not even trying to enter. And because of that, he gets gunned down. Then Elements died. I'm trying to figure out where Elements is. Okay, so Elements is on the double window. I want to get an overview, but I'm pretty sure they don't do it. Okay, no, so that's Fonkers there. Meepy, Feral, Leon. I'm not sure. I'm thinking that Elements is over on the double window, because he was there about 10 seconds ago. However, I'm not sure. Then Blas gets the kill onto the Hibon. I'm not sure where that happened. I think it was the double windows. I think Doc was playing connector and killed Elements who tried to attack double windows. I mean, you just lost a gunfight, really. So now it's a 5v3. However, one is downed on Penta, and then Hungry gets killed off as a smoke for basically the 6th round in a row after doing basically nothing. And Hungry, okay, really not trying to say that anybody on Penta is bad. They're great players, all of them. However, I'm saying a lot of what they're doing is questionable right now. And Hungry, I know, is a good smoke play, is a great smoke, but he's really just making a lot of mistakes, which are like he should not be dying a minute 20 in without using his gas canisters. I mean, at that point, he needs to just switch positions with someone and play somewhere safer so he can effectively use his utility. Then Meepy gets a kill onto Revan. Oh no, Revan was already down, so they finished him off. Now it's a 3v3. Alright, so this is kind of big for why about Leon going down early. With Fonkers being on the other side of the map and Leon not killing the Clash with his grenades, there's no real way for for Secret to actively deal with this Clash, except by going up and meleeing her. However, by doing that, they're exposing themselves, and there's a good chance they're gonna get killed. And Feral takes some bullets in a long range fight. But Fonkers, okay. I want to see where Fonkers was. Okay, I see Fonkers. Okay, so Fonkers, you can see him right here. He's rappelling on the spiral staircase. And he basically heard the call, hey, Clash is just coming close to us. Go rappel on spiral and just shoot him in the back. And he does that. So that's good on him and bad on the Clash, where the Clash should know that angle exists and should be backing up using a long desk more for cover and making sure she's not exposed to the double windows or to the spiral. Because that turned it from a 3v3 into a 2v3, and Penta needs to swing. And then Feral tries to just run into sight, and if you're going to run into sight, if you have no cover, keep your crosshairs on wherever they can fight you from, or sprint to cover and then put your crosshairs on. If you just sprint in like that's what got him killed. If he had just held his crosshairs up and didn't sprint, there's a good chance he could have killed this stock. Now, this is actually a really good setup because Sir Boss, the Maestro in Bathroom, can shoot through the wall over here on the left and can contest the doorway. And then Blast can swing the door and also contest the doorway. So this is a really good situation. This is probably the best situation Penta's been in. And one thing to note is that even though if Team Secret has to go for a plant, then that effectively will turn into a 2v1. And then, Blast just wins the gunfight, then gets instantly refragged, which is very good from Fonkers. And then with those shots, Sir Boss knows Fonkers' position. However, there's no more drones as far as I'm aware, and Fonkers doesn't know where Sir Boss is and is going off of the old information that he was playing inside of the bathroom. Well, not inside, but near the bathroom. So he's not sure so he's trying to just change his positioning. Diffuser's outside, and there's no real way he can get a plant down, so he's going for this kill. Maestro cam is up, which is a mistake if you have the... I think that's a mistake, but really it is what it is at this point. I think that if you're bringing two people who can counter it, one with grenades and the other with the grenade launcher, you should be able to take out the Maestro cams without too much trouble. Alright, so now this was a mistake from Sir Boss, that little burst, because that burst tells Fonkers exactly where you are, and because all that All it takes now is one lucky bullet from Fonkers to end this. And then another thing, default cam never got shot out. So really that was just I think what happened there was because the default cam didn't get shot out, they knew that Fonkers was just crouch walk peeking and said, yeah, pre-fire, crouch level, and that's all he did. And Penta wins. Alright. So, sides are now switched. Penta. Let's look at the changes. So there's going to be an upstairs defense. However, Penta doesn't know that. So they are bringing the Thermite for a garage take, the Nomad because she can cut off a lot of rotations, so it makes sense. The Thatcher, which is somewhat it's a little question. It's not really questionable. It's just it makes some sense. There's good things, there are bad things. I mean, you don't need the Thatcher in order to take garage. However, it can be useful when it comes to taking out things like mute jammers or Jaeger devices or legions in doorways that you don't know about, or default plant spots, or in the middle of the room for some reason. So that's useful. So it does make sense. Then Hungary is on Capital. So I like that because I like Capital picks. They bring a lot of utility to your team. Especially with the buff to the fire, you can play around a lot with it, and you can find where you can put it to get rid of basically any you can play around with it and just figure out where you can take entire rooms effectively if you can put it down. Because one thing is on Oregon, if you go to the a mirror in the basement closet area, you can't actually do that anymore against a Capital because with the buffs to his fire, those will actually spread throughout the entire room, which makes the mirror window, she's gonna die if she actually holds that. So Mira can no longer actually play there effectively against the Capital. And then he also brings his 2 smokes, so you get 2 fires, you get 2 smokes, there's no way an ADS can take any of them, so there's no way to counter it besides a line of sight. Then he also brings a good gun, so there's really no downside. Then let's see the reinforcements. Okay, so reinforcement here, 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 and here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Did I miscount? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I get a 6. Oh, 6. Okay, let's wait and see where the other 2 go. Still 26 seconds left. Rotate hole / line of sight here so you can shoot from the bathroom into the doorway. Oh, yeah, I didn't talk about the sledge pick. Actually, there's not really much to talk about. If you want to play vertically and with no buck, then sledge is kind of next best thing. However, being in upstairs, you're not really going to be playing vertically, so not too important, and he brings grenades. So then onto the defensive picks. So long lines of sight, so they're bringing a Doc and a Rook. Their Team Secret right now is just feeling it because they're up 5-1, and now they're going on to the defense. That means that they're just saying, yeah, just give us gunfights. We're going to peek everything. We're going to win this. Then Meepy is on smoke. You you can open up sight, you can delay 30, 40 seconds, makes sense. Legion, put one down the stairs, you'll know if they push the stairs, that tells you the push they're doing. And then Jaeger to stop any grenades or random utility. It's nothing really special, more gunfight heavy, but nothing strange for this overall. Nothing strange for this site. And then this is being opened. So there is... Yeah, there's no respect at this point right now. Like, Secret's just feeling it. They're saying, yeah, we don't have to even worry about... We don't have to worry about spawn kills or anything. We're just gonna kill you. We don't even want to wait 10 seconds. We're gonna run out there. We're gonna run on to no cover and give you wall hacks on us, and we're gonna try and fight you. However, none of Penta spawn over there, so it doesn't change anything. Oh, another thing about Capital on this site, you can contest yellow stairs very easily with a single Capital bolt, so that's another reason why it's being brought. Normally you have to bring grenades, however you have to worry about Jaeger juggling, the ADS juggling, so it's easier normally just to bring a Capital. However, right now, why Capital's peeking the double window, I don't understand. Seems kind of like a waste of his utility, and there's better things he can do with it. Now, Feral gets droned out. He's trying to get this drone. He can shoot people, just not drones. Then, this is smart. So he's getting droned out. He's missing all his shots. And then, however, he just falls back. And that's good. He's saying, okay, I got droned out. There's no point in me trying to contest this and just die at a minute in. So that's good from him. Now, I think that Smoke is playing the yellow stairs. Okay, so this is a fast push coming in from Penta. They're saying, okay, we don't have to worry about taking any real map control. We can just rappel in, use the Capital bolts, and just use that for cover. And it makes it makes some sense. However, it's very risky. So this push, it can work, but it's very, very risky due to being able to just if Secret just shot through the smoke and they knew Sir Boss's planting position, they could easily kill him. And then Fawn just jumps out and gets a kill and then gets refragged instantly. I'm wondering how the Legion died, because this is where Legion's dead. However, this wall is reinforced, telling me that there's not a way into here unless he's holding there, at which point I'm questioning why he's holding there. Maybe he just tried to run through the smoke or so, but he wouldn't be in that position, so I'm wondering how Feral got there. Now bomb goes down, and did... Hold on, I want to see something. I think that... yeah, I think that Hungry just downed the Thatcher. Yeah. Yes, Hungry just downed the Thatcher. So he's shooting. Oh shit. That's my teammate. Okay. I don't know how he managed to do that. Like, I know you can customize your settings so that you can have maybe outlines off or team names off or whatever you want off.
But Hungry just shot his teammate down. That is just such a waste. Then second smoke comes out. That's good. Another thing is playing upside down because of the way that the camera works in the game. This is a very powerful position right now, and you're gonna be showing very little of your head. So he's in a very strong position by doing this. Then I want to say there was a run out. I'm not sure from where. Alright, so there was a run out on the main. I think there was a run out right here. Actually, I don't know. I'm thinking there was a run out here. They got refragged, however, I'm not sure. Now it's up to Hungry and Revan. Alright, it's over. So that round was a little interesting due to it was a very, I want to say it was a timed rush and a planned one, but it was more just a we check to see if they have anything actively denying us, and the answer is no. Okay, do they have any kill holes open up from yellow stairs? No. Okay, let's just rappel on in, use Capitao and his firebolts, because he firebolted the closet, which made it so that the enemy couldn't peek from there, which is the main way you can contest the window. And then he also smoked the main door, which made it so that Secret wasn't sure where the plant was going down and they couldn't actively contest. So that's a good use of Capitao's utility, and overall it was a good attack. However, it's an attack that's only going to work once. Now, Secret's going upstairs again. They're saying, okay, we may have gone whooped on here the last time. However, we're not going to let them rappel into the windows now. We can do this. It's fine. So, Penta bringing the same setup. Secret bringing... No, so change. They dropped the Rook and brought a Maestro, which makes sense knowing that Penta is bringing a Capitao and they're going to have to look through the cameras to see through the smoke. I want to say that was open by the defenders. Yes, okay. So that was open just as a kind of a... It's kind of just a, hey, yeah, we can run out from here. You better waste some utility. And why is a flashbang being... I think a flashbang is being thrown in the yellow stairs. Not outside. And then it gets air jab. That's an air jab that now cannot be used on a door or a window. So, one air jab down. Alright, so the ADSs were cleared, and now Blast is preparing to throw a smoke grenade, which is his frag grenade, which is kind of the way that you basically, it's the way you deal with anybody on yellow stairs. However, if it's kind of hard at times to deal with, especially if there's a Jaeger ADS juggling, but this is when we get rid of it. However, if this is a bad nade, then it can be... You have to have someone who's good at playing nades in order to do this correctly. And I'm going to assume that I just missed. And I apologize if you are hearing me eat, but I want this banana. So this is bad from Penta because they have stalled out taking him out of yellow stairs. If no, I'm thinking of someone else. But a good Jaeger can basically stop any console push if they just hold yellow stairs by ADS juggling. Then Leon kills Blast, who I think was the one repelling upside down. Ooh. This is just the story of Penta couldn't take yellow stairs, and now they invested 2 bodies onto the window and lost both of them. However, Farrell, who was playing Garage, was refragged, which is it for the defenders. It doesn't really mean much because Farrell, I don't think his job wasn't too important. Maybe waste some time and waste an operator and go for a late flank. However, overall, it wasn't the most important job in the world. So it's not. Secret's not crying that he's dead. Now, this was kind of good and bad from Leon. So he had good aggression when it came to getting the 2 kills on the window. However, he invested too much and went for a third instead of just trying to get out. Because that's kind of an issue with that Leon has had at times where he's bad at turning off the aggression once it starts working. However, he's done his job. He's gotten 2 kills, and there's now a minute left. However, Capitao is still alive, which is a large amount of utility. Alright, so this is bad from Pence. It was because of the stall out they had on yellow stairs when it came to actually taking it. There's now 40 seconds left. Smoke is still alive, and so is the Maestro. So right now, Secret is in a very strong position, especially knowing that, well, they may not know, but Revan is downstairs, so it's effectively a 2v2 upstairs. Because I think Elements went downstairs, but I'm not 100% sure. No, it was Meepy. Okay. Okay, that is something I highly disagree with. So, they sent Team Secret just sent Smoke, who hadn't used a single gas canister, downstairs to do a run out, instead of just having him play passively upstairs and throw smoke canisters at 34 seconds. That's a pretty big mistake. However, 30 seconds left, and Yellow Stairs control is still being held by Secret, and they also have, so really Secret's in a strong position even though they're down a man. And then repelling it through a window for the second time in a row after smoking it isn't going to work. Then Fontress just hits a nice shot, and so now they knew that Nomad was walking up those stairs, so they won that fight, and now it's a 2v1, and repelling in through smoke isn't going to help. One thing to note about smoke, about any smokes at all. Here, hold on one second.
roommate came inside with that. Anyway, onto the smoke thing. So, when you are smoking, you never want to smoke yourself. You always want to smoke the line of sight. So, what I'm talking about is if we look at the map again, if you are trying to smoke... Wow, this is actually kind of cool. Huh. That's actually pretty cool. Anyway, so if you're trying to smoke, so you can repel in through this window here, and your new color. So you're trying to repel in through this window, you never want to smoke here, because it's not hard to figure out where the windows are relatively, and if you're just pre-firing in, it's really not hard. It's not hard to figure out where you are. I mean, against machine guns, it's not going to work. However, if you smoke here and here at whatever the rotate is, then you have a chance, because you're never going to be 100% sure if you're shooting the right area, or maybe if you're holding here, instead of shooting the window, you're shooting right here. Or if you're here trying to shoot in, maybe you're shooting here. You're never 100% certain. And because of that, it gives you a much better chance of winning. However, he smoked just the window, and it was just pre-fire in, and you're good. So really good utility from the Capital on the first attack, really bad on the second. Yeah, let's see if I can get a kill cam from this. They miss a lot of kills here. Really, that was just overall, it was a bad, well, it was bad utility that they, one, couldn't get the Jaeger off of yellow stairs. That's something that, as a pro team, you have to be able to do that. Like, it's, you have to know how to do that. You have to effectively be able to do it as well. Because if you can't, then you can never do a console push. And even with that, the attackers still tried to do a console push even though they could not take control of yellow stairs. And, I mean, they managed to turn it into 2v3, but really that was more just mistakes on Secret's part rather than it actually being a good attacking strategy. Now, match point. 6-1, I believe. And Secret elects to go downstairs. Now, changes to the setup, to the lineup. So Penta, they brought nothing. No differences. Same lineup. I mean, it can work. It's true, it can work. Then, Secret. They are bringing a Mira, which she's very strong here, especially combined with smokes. Because if your Mira is just sitting right here, you can see if anybody runs into plant, and then you can just say, yo, smoke. Go toss some of your smokes, and there you go. Can't plant. Then, so, overall, these two combined are pretty good. Then, Elements is on Maestro now because they said, okay, they like bringing smokes. So if we need a way to see through the smokes effectively, and so that's why he's being brought. Then, Jaeger's being brought. I mean, it makes sense. It's Jaeger. He's really useful. Then, Fonkers is on Cade. So that is a little bit of a mistake because, well, I'm going to assume that Cades are going to be thrown up here, or even if they're thrown on the hatch, it doesn't matter. But the issue is that with the Thatcher, those are very easy to get rid of. But then again, maybe you're bringing him for the DMR. No, my mistake. It's a shotgun. It just fires, slugs. It's not a DMR. No, the developers would never add a DMR to defense. But a shotgun, yeah, it's fine. Okay, so it looks like, actually, it looks like Secret is going for a, for a bathroom hold upstairs, just like how Penta did. However, let's see what they do differently to see whether or not they are more effective. So, reinforced kitchen hatch, because, yeah, that is technically kitchen hatch or main lobby hatch, whichever you want to say.
But you need that reinforced always. I mean, it may seem it's basic, yes. I kind of want to explain why, because you can't effectively with that open, you can't effectively hold A, and because of that, you always needed it to be closed. However, if you leave it soft, it becomes way too easy for the attackers to get it. And so with Penta only bringing one hard breacher, they have to make a choice between what they want to open up, and a lot of the time it's not going to be that hatch. And then they also, as a defender, you can't really effectively contest inside of the you can't effectively contest this area. And because of that, if the hatch gets opened, it's opened. You really can't fight it. So that's why it always has to be reinforced. And then this one's kind of, you don't always have to have it reinforced, because if it is, even if it's normally as an attacker, you're applying you're applying so much pressure upstairs that the hatch itself, the angles you get are kind of redundant with the angles you'll get from opening up all around here. Because so it's not necessary to actually open this up. So it's also not necessary to reinforce it. And then if you're actually holding inside a bathroom, you want it to be open so you can fall back. And now Farrell's and Jaeger's investing some ADSs by the doorway to help Leon up here. And there's a mirror window going down to actually look at this doorway. So I want to see the reinforcements in there. So I want to say it's roughly the same push coming out from Penta, where they send two bodies through admin. Thermite's going outside the garage wall, and the others are going to go from the console office. So let's see what exactly happens. And I'm going to see whether or not I can actually pay attention when they go to mirror and bathroom. So it is a double mirror setup in bathroom. I disagree with it because you saw how ineffective it was for Penta, and so there's no real reason why it would be more effective on Secret, especially with the soft wall to Leon's right. So overall, I disagree with the setup of mirrors in the bathroom, because you either have to invest so many reinforcements that it becomes that you either have to invest so many reinforcements that there aren't enough to actually go on site, or yeah, that's really just it. So you just have to invest too much into bathroom if you want to actually hold it. And now, one other difference now is that Secret is putting two bodies upstairs. Okay, and this is one thing I don't like. There's still an Electro Claw. I don't know why that's here. He needs to just throw that somewhere and just say, okay, because right now it's useless. It's actually useless. It's useless utility. There's no point in it. I mean, really, there's not. It's like you bring Monty and you put your shield on your back and go in looking for a gunfight. Now, Elements, I think, is getting into a position on Visa's stairs where if Penta tries to repel him through admin, he can actually run underneath the windows and just shoot up to kind of apply some pressure, while the rest of the members upstairs can actively shoot them. Now, Leon's playing aggressively. I disagree with it, but it is what it is. And now, instead of putting the Nomad on console office, they're putting enemy on the skylight stairs for yellow, which effectively does the same thing of off rotations. Okay, so it was kind of just bad luck, but because there's no pressure coming in through the main lobby, because this door is open, Leon can just shotgun out the bottom of this, and he's getting into a position where he can throw his nitro cell to land on the balcony and kill anybody by those windows. However, he hits a pixel, so it's a useless nitro cell. And Hungry knows he's there, so he decides to rappel down and take this fight, which I disagree with, because why is the Capital taking this fight? I don't understand. When I feel, in my opinion, the Capital should be your most important support. He's your most important support player, and he should be kept alive as long as possible. So just put him as a droner. Have enemy open up the walls, and then go become a fragger, and then you're good. However, a minute and a half in, and I want to say, yes, a minute 35 in, halfway through this game, and the wall is still not opened, even though it is impossible for Secret to bandage. Well, one, it's impossible to bandage it because they didn't bring a friggin' bandit. I mean, no shit. But then Fonkers isn't even there, so why don't they just spawn the Thermite and Thatcher over there? And 30 seconds in, they drone out, say, okay, throw your Thatcher, okay, Fonkers isn't even over here, okay, open up the wall and we're good. Why don't they just do that instantly? I don't know, because at least then they're applying pressure to the garage, and it doesn't allow the defenders to just run around inside of it. And also, I'm really hoping I'm not saying what I am saying. I am. Okay, so this Electro Claw is right here. The point of it is to actually defend this wall, not the hatch. So it's not actually a wasted Electro Claw. However, you saw that Fonker still had an extra Electro Claw. So there's nothing preventing the Thermite from walking up to the wall, opening it up, and then doing it at 30 seconds in. So why that hasn't happened, I don't know. That seems like just an oversight from the Thermite, that he got sent to do another job instead of just saying, okay, give me 15 extra seconds so I can open this wall. And now, right now, Secret's just playing passive with 3 bodies off site, and Penta is trying to do their normal push without reading into the fact that there are 3 people off site. And Secret has no reason to bring any of them back because they're saying, okay, the garage wall isn't even open at this point. There's nothing going on around us. Just sit still. And it looks like, okay, so Farrell, I think I want to say whether he got capitaled or naded. Because I see the capital. Okay, so he got firebolted, and as he was trying to run away, he just got down from it. So that was just a good use of utility from Hungry to know who knows his angles and knows, okay, where can I put this that this Jaeger's just gonna die? And the answer is right there, and Jaeger goes down because of it. However, the call out was then made that they're repelling on the south window of admin, and Leon just jumps on that, and he guns down Hungry, who is still arguably the most important support player on Penta right now due to his utility, and now that is all gone. And they still haven't even confirmed the kill onto the Jaeger. Now 2 minutes in, and Penta is still trying to roam clear, with I think 1 person in sight. And they didn't even know that Farrell was down. They just chunked the nade in there, hoping for the best. Actually, wait, was that? Okay, yeah, that was fair. And then Fonkers, this was kind of bad positioning on his part. He was trying to get a kill on Blast and didn't know about Sir Boss. But instead of falling back to a more passive position and wasting more time, he took an active fight, and in the end, he lost it. Well, he didn't really lose it. He missed his shots, and then Sir Boss capitalized on it. And now the roam clear has happened. Oh, so okay. So apparently these bullets, which is another reason why I disagree with this strategy with this mirror setup, is Leon is getting shot from above. So the top of the above him is soft, which means this mirror setup will never work. So why they're even trying it, I don't know. Now 30 seconds in, 30 seconds left. The first smoke canister comes out, which is the most useful. This Meepy right now with that one smoke canister has now become the most useful smoke in this entire game. And the wall still is not opened. There are 25 seconds left, and now the wall is being opened. Second smoke comes out. That's going to waste another 10 seconds. And now last smoke canister came out. Maybe a little bit too early, but I mean, there's 10 seconds left. And I think Leon's about to get killed. Ooh, that was... So let's see. Ooh, he just got slapped, but... So Sir Boss, I think, walked in through the door over here, gunned down the Meepy because nobody was watching the flank, and it was an angle from the door all the way to White Van, and then killed who is that? That is Elements. Just because, I mean, his back is turned, so is what it is. And then Leon, he tried to come down and got killed because of it. But yeah, overall, that was good, very good from Secret. And Penta is really Sir Boss saved them that round, because if he he came in with two very important flanks. The first one was upstairs against the Cade, and the second, because if he didn't get that kill, there's a good chance another I think the sledge would have died. And then he came in and killed another two defenders who were actively contesting the plant. And because of that, they won the round. So very good game, very good from Sir Boss. Not a good attack from Penta though. Now he just got shut down there. And it looks like the same setup is coming out. Actually, no, because that's where the mirror window used to go, where Leon just shot out. So, let's see what the changes are. Right, so I want to point out this. Leon is shotgunning the bottom of this floor right here, and there's a barbed wire here as well, I think. And the reasoning for that is if the attackers try to push into a doorway, they're going to be pushing in through a barbed wire. Someone can shoot them from below, and somebody can also shoot them from inside a bathroom. So that's the point. That's the purpose of having a kill hole there. Oh, and then the Cade was dropped for a bandit, which makes sense because the Cade didn't really do much, and legitimately, if the if the Cade had put both of his devices on the wall last round, they probably could have won that because Thatcher was nowhere near the thermite or near the wall to actually open it up. So I like the change. And now he's upstairs roaming again. However, it's the same setup overall, I think. Yeah. And then Penta is bringing out the same setup, and I want to see whether or not this is stream. Yeah. Stream at lower quality. So Thatcher goes down. One thing to note is that Bandit's not bandit tricking. However, due to how often this map is played and how long it's been in rotation, teams know you really can't bandit trick effectively anymore because somebody can just swing in from the you can either swing in from the doorway and kill you, or you can go from above and kill you. You don't even have to enter. You can literally go to the window over here, rappel upside down, send an Ash or a Zofia charge in, and it gives you an angle onto the wall. However, it looks like there's roughly the same setup coming out from Secret, where they put Leon upstairs in bathroom. They then have... I see Fonkers is now downstairs. He was roaming like 10 seconds ago. Where was he? Swear I saw Fonkers up. Okay, no, Farrell is upstairs. So Farrell is upstairs, and Fonkers came back to site because he knew the garage wall was being opened, and Secret is worried that Penta's just gonna bum rush in there and go for a plant like they did on the admin take upstairs. Not admin take, the console take. Now Revan's on flank watch, and Farrell kills Blass, and I don't know how. I really don't know how that happened because... Let's see. So, they know Jaeger's positioning. Blass is over near... Where are you, Blass? So, Farrell is over by this... Oh, is this the double window? Oh, okay. Okay. So, Revan is... Okay, so Revan's in a different position than I thought it was. Revan is over... I just want to point this out, but Revan is over near Gardens, while last the sledge is over near here. Near Visa. And then Blast just gets gunned down. Yes, this other thing I forgot to mention. So Leon knew Leon knew that Penta may go for a push, so he shotgunned out the top. He shotgunned out the top of the ceiling right here, so that if Leon isn't pushed, he's gonna gun anyone who runs in down, which forces some people from Penta to invest in killing him. Where if he can get a kill, then he's done his job basically. So this basically is just forcing Penta to actually go kill him. You can't. This is kind of where the point of the bathroom. So basically, the point of holding bathroom is it lets you fall back if they actively start pushing you because they know you're above. However, if they don't actively attack you, then you have the ability to open up above and use that against the attackers if they ignore you. So it forces them to. If they ignore you, then you can get easy kills, but if they don't ignore you, then you can still put yourself in a good advantage with the mirror windows in the bathroom. Which is kind of a difference between what Secret and Penta are doing. Penta seems like they're kind of going for their own unique push, or kind of hoping for some picks, or where they're not just saying, okay, let's roam clear, third floor, then second floor, then first floor, and then we go for a push. They're saying, okay, let's set up for a push now, and then they're going to have to react to where Leon is. Now, a minute, it's only been a minute. However, they've lost a sledge. They're down a man. They have garage wall open. However, they can't do much with there. And now it looks like they're going for a roam clear. Actually, no, it doesn't, because so Revan right now is trying to hold the piano flank. Enemy is trying to hold the yellow stairs flank, and it looked like Sir Boss was trying to hold a flank from Consul. Well, here's the thing, they're down a man. That means they have one person who may not be holding a flank. So this overall seems like a flawed attack strategy, where they're hoping that Secret makes a mistake and runs into their sights rather than forcing Secret to do stuff. And I want to see whether or not that would actually. I thought that flashbang. Wow, that is just. Wow, that actually hit the door. Wow, that was just the game giving a middle finger to enemy. Okay, so Farrell is now above with the Mira. However, Farrell doesn't know that anybody is by the vending machine of yellow, and that is a mistake that may cost him right here. However, it looks like Penta knows they have to actively contest these people above. Okay, so this was kind of good. So they knew the top floor was clear, so they had Sir Boss go in, and with this hatch opened, he tried to get an angle on the Farrell. However, because Farrell was holding in the same position, enemy just had to rappel up onto the windows and just shoot him, and it was just an easy kill for him. However, Leon is still there, so as I'm talking about Leon, and Leon wins against Revan. Hits a mine, but they don't capitalize on it. Now Thatcher is droning, and he does not know about the Thatcher, so he gets gunned down. But then enemy, the thermite, gets refragged. So now it's a 2v3. So this is where I'm questioning the attack strategy. Team Secret was more or less spread out. So I'm not understanding why they didn't just send the thermite to open up the wall, then actively go and hunt the roamers down from the top to bottom, and instead let the defenders kind of just run around freely. They seem like they want to take only portions of the map, which it works at times. However, to clear out bathroom effectively, you have to make sure you have top control, and to have top control, you have to do a roam clear. So you may as well just go to the roam clear instantly. So that was the Maestro came on talking about a little while ago. Basically, you put it to the side of white van over here, and you can see underneath it, and you can see the feet of all of the attackers. And it's really hard to contest. And right now, he's just zapping people. And now, I think this is almost Penta giving up, because Sir Balls just tried to run in and plant, and it did not work. Anyway, Hungry then gets a refrag, which was good on him, and overall, this just seemed like a really, really bad plant from Sir Boss. I don't know what his thought process was here. And the thing is, that camera can get shot from outside, so why at 2 minutes and 40 seconds in, when the wall is opened up at like 30 seconds, is that camera getting shot? I don't understand. And now that was really bad from LMNs. However, Meepy refrags. So that was really close. But really, what I'm seeing from this is Penta does not look like they look like they're almost lost on Consulate, and were expecting to play a certain way, and when that way wasn't played, they weren't sure what to do. So really, that's really all it was. Team Secret looked like they brought their own strategies and they had their own way of doing something, almost Empire-ish, where they have one attack strategy, but it works over and over and over again. So they were able to play a lot more effectively. But anyway, I hope this helped you guys, and I hope it helped you guys learn a few things, see where some mistakes were made, and overall just helps you get better at Consulate.